What if the real problem isn't how hard life is, but how prepared you are to face it? We live in a world where people constantly wish for easier days, lighter challenges, fewer obstacles. But Jim Rohn had a radically different message, one that can change the way you see struggle forever. This idea is uncomfortable, powerful, and brutally honest. If you truly understand it, you'll never complain about difficulty the same way again. Stay with me until the end, because this message isn't just motivational, it's a blueprint for personal growth, discipline, and lasting success. 1. Stop wishing for an easier life. The philosophy of Jim Rohn begins with a stark, uncomfortable realization. The human tendency to wish for ease is actually a silent prayer for stagnation. When we ask for life to be easier, we are inadvertently asking to remain exactly as we are, or worse, to atrophy. The world does not bend to our desires for comfort. The seasons change, the economy fluctuates, and challenges arise regardless of our emotional state. By wishing for the wind to blow less harshly, we focus on a variable that is entirely outside of our control. This external focus creates a victim mentality, where our happiness and success are contingent upon the mercy of the universe. Rohn's wisdom suggests that this is a dangerous trade-off. To wish for an easier life is to forfeit the very friction required to sharpen your character. We must recognize that life has never promised a path of least resistance. Historically, biologically, and psychologically, every great leap in human capability has been a direct response to a massive problem. If you look at the evolution of any species, it is the environmental pressure, the scarcity of food, the threat of predators, the harshness of the climate that forces adaptation. Humans are no different. When we retreat into the desire for convenience, we stop the adaptation process. We become like muscles that never lift weight. We grow soft, brittle, and eventually we lose our functionality. The illusion of a perfectly easy life is a mirage that leads to a desert of mediocrity. If you achieved that ease, you would find yourself bored, unfulfilled, and ultimately ill-equipped to handle the inevitable tragedies that life eventually brings to everyone's door. Furthermore, every obstacle you encounter is fundamentally neutral. It is the human mind that labels a flat tire, a market crash, or a difficult conversation as bad. In reality, these are simply events in the timeline of a day. When you wish for fewer problems, you are viewing life through a lens of scarcity, fearing that you don't have enough energy or wit to handle what comes. This mindset makes you smaller than your circumstances. Rohn taught that the size of the person is far more important than the size of the problem. A 10-unit problem will overwhelm a 2-unit person, but a 10-unit problem is a mere inconvenience to a 20-unit person. Therefore, the goal is never to shrink the world down to a size that doesn't scare you, but to expand your own capacity until the world's challenges look small by comparison. Resistance is the only way to build mental and emotional calluses. Think of a gardener who wishes for no rain, the crops die. Think of the gardener who wishes for no sun, the crops wither. We need the heat and the storms. Responsibility is the weight that keeps us grounded. Without it, we drift. When you embrace the difficulty of your current situation, you are essentially saying, "I am big enough to handle this." This shift in perspective transforms you from a passive observer of your own life into an active participant. You stop looking at the horizon for a savior and start looking at your own hands for a solution. The transition from wishing to doing is the moment true maturity begins. 2. Wish you were better. The core of the Jim Rohn philosophy is the pivot from external wishing to internal development. If you cannot change the weight of the barbell, the only logical solution is to get stronger. Wishing you were better is a productive use of your imagination because it focuses on the one variable you can actually influence, yourself. This isn't about self-criticism or feeling inadequate. It is about acknowledging the vast, untapped potential within you. Most people spend 80% of their time trying to fix the world and only 20% trying to fix themselves. Rohn suggests we flip that ratio. When you focus on better skills, a better mindset, and better discipline, you are investing in an asset that can never be taken away by a market crash or a corporate layoff. Better skills are the tools of the trade in the marketplace of life. If you find your work difficult, it is likely because your skill set has hit a plateau while the demands of your environment have continued to climb. Wishing for the work to be less demanding is a dead end. Instead, becoming a master of your craft, whether that is communication, technical proficiency, or leadership, makes the hard tasks feel like second nature. It is like learning to read. At first, it is a grueling, slow process of sounding out letters. Once you are better at reading, the difficulty disappears, yet the text remains the same. The difficulty was never in the book. It was in your lack of skill. This principle applies to every area of human endeavor. A better mindset is the filter through which you see every opportunity. A person with a weak mindset sees a challenge and says, "Why me?" A person who has wished for and worked for a better mindset sees the same challenge and says, "Try me." This resilience is a muscle built through constant personal development. It involves reading the right books, surrounding yourself with people who challenge you, and auditing your internal monologue. When you improve your mindset, you change your vibrational response to stress. You stop reacting and start responding. This inner calm is not a gift. It is a result of the deliberate pursuit of mental excellence. Finally, better discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Most people fail not because they lack desire, but because they lack the discipline to do the small, unglamorous tasks daily. When you wish for better discipline, you are asking for the ability to command yourself. To be your own master is the highest form of human achievement. When you can tell yourself to get up, to work, to save, and to learn, and you actually follow through, you become a force of nature. This personal growth is the ultimate advantage because while others are complaining about the wind, you are busy building a better boat. You realize that you don't need the world to be nicer, you just need to be more capable. 3. Difficulty is a teacher. We often view hardship as an interruption to our lives, but Rohn argues that hardship is the life builder. Difficulty serves as an instructor that provides lessons no classroom can offer. Patience, for instance, cannot be learned in a time of plenty. It is a fruit that only grows in the soil of delay and frustration. Focus is not honed when everything is going right. It is sharpened when you must navigate through a storm of distractions and threats. If you avoid all difficulty, you effectively drop out of the school of character. You remain a functional amateur in the art of living, unable to handle the complexities of high-level success. Difficulty introduces you to your true self. Most of us have a theoretical idea of who we are. We think we are brave, honest, and hard-working. But those are just theories until they are tested by fire. It is only when you are tired, broke, or rejected that you see the real you emerge. If that version of you is someone you don't like, the difficulty has done you a great favor by exposing the areas that need work. You cannot fix what you cannot see. Therefore, the struggle is a diagnostic tool. It shows you exactly where your boundaries are and invites you to push past them. Without this feedback loop, you would remain stagnant, blissfully unaware of your own limitations. Character is not something you are born with. It is something you forge. Think of the process of making steel. You take raw iron, subject it to intense heat, and pound it with a hammer. If the iron could speak, it would wish for an easier life. It would beg for the fire to be turned down. But if the blacksmith listened, the iron would never become a blade. It would remain a useless hunk of metal. Our lives follow this same metallurgical process. The pressures of life, deadlines, family responsibilities, financial hurdles, are the heat and hammers that turn our soft intentions into hard reality. To escape the hardship is to escape the transformation. Furthermore, there is a profound wisdom that can only be extracted from the valleys of life. Those who have always lived on the mountain of success often lack empathy, depth, and perspective. Difficulty humbles us, and in that humility we become teachable. We start to listen more than we speak. We begin to appreciate the small victories. This wisdom becomes a reservoir of strength that we can draw from for the rest of our lives. When you face a new problem, you can look back at your past victories over hardship and say, "I have survived worse than this." This historical confidence is the foundation of a fearless life. You stop fearing the teacher and start valuing the lesson. 4. Responsibility creates power. The hallmark of a mature individual is the total acceptance of responsibility for their life. Jim Rohn famously used the analogy of the wind. The same wind blows on us all. The wind of disaster, the wind of opportunity, the wind of change. It is not the blowing of the wind that determines your destination, but the set of the sail. Taking responsibility is the act of grabbing the tiller and refusing to let the environment dictate where you land. When you blame your boss, the government, or your upbringing, you are essentially saying that those things have more power over your life than you do. Blame is a sedative. It feels good in the moment because it absolves you of the need to act, but it leaves you paralyzed. Complaining is another form of power leakage. When we complain, we are focusing on our helplessness. We are broadcasting to the world that we are victims of circumstances. Rohn taught that the marketplace doesn't care about your stories of woe, it only cares about your value. Responsibility, on the other hand, is inherently empowering. The moment you say, "I am responsible for my current bank account, my current health, and my current relationships," you suddenly have the power to change them. If you are the cause, you can be the solution. This realization is frightening to some because it removes excuses, but it is liberating to those who are hungry for a better life. Adjusting the sails requires constant vigilance and self-correction. You cannot set your sail once and expect to reach the harbor. You must check the direction of the wind every single day. This means daily discipline, daily learning, and daily reflection. If the wind of the economy turns cold, a responsible person doesn't wait for a bailout. They learn a new skill or find a new market. They look inward for the adjustment. This proactive stance changes your psychological chemistry. Instead of living in a state of high cortisol stress, fear of what might happen, you move into a state of high agency confidence, knowing you can handle whatever happens. Ultimately, responsibility is the price of freedom. You cannot have one without the other. If you want the freedom to choose your lifestyle, you must take the responsibility for the work required to fund it. If you want the freedom of a healthy body, you must take responsibility for the discipline of your diet and exercise. Most people want the prizes of life without the price tag of accountability. But the price is actually the best part of the deal. By taking responsibility, you develop a sense of self-worth that no one can give you and no one can take away. You become the captain of your soul, navigating the choppy waters of existence with a steady hand and a clear eye. 5. Become valuable. In the final analysis, the world does not pay you for your time. It pays you for the value you bring to the marketplace. This is one of Jim Rohn's most profound insights. A person who earns $20 an hour isn't being paid for their hour because everyone has the same 24 hours. They are being paid for the value they have packed into that hour. Therefore, the secret to increasing your income and your impact is not to work harder at your job, but to work harder on yourself. If you become twice as valuable, you can eventually earn twice as much. This shifts the focus from chasing success to attracting success by the person you become. Becoming valuable involves the twin pillars of skills and character. Skills allow you to solve problems for others, and the bigger the problems you can solve, the more the world will reward you. However, skills without character are dangerous and unsustainable. Character is what makes you trustworthy, consistent, and resilient. In the long run, The marketplace rewards those who are not just competent, but also reliable. Discipline and consistency are the multipliers of value. A brilliant person who only works when they feel like it is less valuable than a moderately talented person who shows up every single day. Consistency turns small amounts of value into a massive mountain of results over time. When you commit to becoming more valuable, you stop being an opportunity seeker and start being an opportunity creator. You no longer have to beg for a promotion or a client. Your reputation and your visible results begin to speak for you. Success starts to chase you. This is a radical concept for most people who have been taught to hunt for success. Rohn's perspective is more agricultural. If you prepare the soil, your mind, plant the seeds, your skills, and tend to the crops, your discipline, the harvest, success, is a mathematical certainty. You don't have to wish for a harvest. You simply have to become the kind of person who deserves one. Life doesn't get easier, even for the most successful people. In fact, as you grow, the stakes get higher and the problems get more complex. However, the you that faces those problems is now a giant compared to the you that started the journey. You become capable of handling more pressure, more responsibility, more wealth, and more influence. The goal of personal development isn't to reach a place where you have no more work to do. It's to reach a place where you are the master of the work. By focusing on value rather than results, you ensure that your success is built on a solid foundation of personal excellence, making it both enduring and deeply fulfilling. So remember this timeless truth from Jim Rohn: don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. Because when you grow, life responds. Challenges don't disappear, but neither does your strength. Choose growth over comfort. Choose discipline over complaint. And if this message resonated with you, keep pushing forward. Your best version is still ahead.